Hello, and thank you for visiting the YouTube channel for Clark at Large, a resistance radio broadcast. I'm your host, Clark Patterson, and Clark at Large is my news and analysis program that will attempt to take journalism back to its original roots of being a watchdog for the American people in this disturbing age of Donald Trump. I believe Donald Trump is a clear and present danger to this constitutional republic. I believe him to be a demagogue who wishes to ultimately subvert the Constitution of the United States and change our form of government into a dictatorship sympathetic to Vladimir Putin of Russia and its government. I am rejecting and resisting President-elect Donald Trump and his forthcoming administration and will always pledge to do so peacefully as afforded by the protection of the Constitution of the United States. Clark at Large does not condone or endorse violence in any way as a means of protest, no matter the cause. This resistance is intended as peaceful, and it must be peaceful. Clark at Large calls for and seeks the immediate, lawful, and legal removal of Donald Trump as President-elect of the United States by any peaceful, lawful, and/or political means necessary. Vice President-elect Mike Pence could then advance and become the new President-elect. Clark at Large believes this is a fair compromise with Republicans and allows them to keep control of all three branches of our federal government while ousting someone who is clearly unfit for the job as President of the United States. Going forward, Clark at Large will examine news and information relevant to this cause and will offer analysis to enable you, the listener, to be able to make a more informed decision about the man who would assume the office of president. If this mission is important to you, please like, subscribe, and most importantly, share. I'm putting my reporter's hat back on to see if you and I together can't find a way to take mainstream journalism back to its proper place and purpose as America's watchdog during this new age of Trump. We'll do this 2 or 3 times a week, or as events warrant, as I'm sure they're likely to do over the next 4 years. A little about myself. I graduated a local community college with an Associate's in Arts degree with a major in sociology and a minor in Spanish in 2 years. I then transferred to Western Kentucky University in Bowling Green, Kentucky, where I obtained a bachelor's in broadcast communications. During my college career, I worked as an engineer, reporter, and on-air talent for WGRK-FM 103.1 back when it was located in Greensburg, Kentucky. I was a reporter and on-air talent for Western Kentucky University's on-campus radio station, New Rock 92. After receiving my second degree, I became the news director and news broadcaster for WCKQ Campbellsville, Q104.1 FM. After a period of having to deal with cronyism within the media, local government's influence over the media, and media's air of self-importance, despite no longer being the public's watchdog but rather its entertainer, I decided to look for greener pastures elsewhere. My journey has taken me far and wide. I've lived in several cities in the United States, with each one being a stark contrast to the previous. I've traveled to Europe and the Caribbean, and dozens of cities all across the country during a previous entertainment career. I say this to establish credibility with my new audience, in that I have been a professional journalist and can and still will adhere to the utmost ethical journalism standards. I want to be your watchdog in these uncertain times, and I hope you'll join me. This resistance is looking to leaders like former Secretary of Labor Robert Reich, former MSNBC newsman Keith Olbermann, and New York Times columnist and reporter Sean King for guidance, wisdom, and ideas. I'll have links to their content in the description below. We need all the good ideas we can get right now. I hope to hear your good ideas from you in the comment section. Considerate discussion and debate is always encouraged, and I will try to respond to as many of you as possible. This has been Clark at Large, a Resistance radio broadcast. Good day, and good luck. Clark at Large is trademark and copyright 2017 by Clark Patterson. All rights reserved. Portions of this broadcast may be rebroadcast as long as the complete context of the original material is maintained. Please direct all inquiries to clarkatlarge@outlook.com. ClarkAtlarge@outlook.com. Thank you for listening.